Some might say they're canceling the Camaro. Some might say they're not. Some might say nobody really cares. It's quite interesting that such crazy stir culture comes around when they might cancel the Camaro, because a friend of a friend of a friend heard from a Mustang owner, heard from a Mopar guy that they might be canceling the Camaro. I'm still yet to find one valid argument to keep it. I'm still yet to see any reason to keep it. They're building it. It's a great car. It exceeds everything else on the market, but it does not have some of the latest greatest tech. Nobody would want it in this car even if they did. And for brochure purposes, the Camaro does nothing the best. It doesn't have the most horsepower. It doesn't have the most torque. It doesn't have the most this or that or the other. It just isn't the best. It's good, but it isn't the best. Most guys that buy these cars never track it, they never race it, they never do anything crazy with it, so they don't really care about what the car could do. They care about what brochure numbers can I argue at my local car meet. It's a little sad, but that's just the culture we live in. It's more about what it says it can do than what it can do. And we all know that a great car in the hands of a bad driver doesn't mean anything. And it seems like the Camaro crowd that gets these cars and buys track packs and everything else, they really do thrash the hell out of these cars. But why would you keep it? It's not cheap. You can buy a crossover SUV that seats more people, that's now sporty with mag-ride and heads-up display and a throatier exhaust and get everything you want out of it, but you got to take the family. With the way the cost of living seems to be going and everybody buying these $1 million homes that used to be worth $300,000, I mean, there just isn't the extra money to buy something like this on top of that. Or you just live in a hole and you buy something like this. So you really run into a catch-22 back and forth, where why would they keep building it? They built a great car that did not sell well ever. Well, their marketing is horrible, but they're not going to fix that. They're not going to listen. They're not going to sit there and go, oh, 1 or 2 or 10 or 500 YouTubers decided that the marketing's horrible, so we're going to stop doing these horrible campaigns and we're going to actually market the car for what it deserves. No, they're not going to do that. They're going to do what they pay advertising companies to do, and they will continue to bomb on the sales of this car pretty much forever, which is quite sad, but there's nothing I can do about it. I bought the car. Most people wouldn't. A lot of 5th gen owners really love their cars. They're never going to buy a 6th gen. A lot of people would never buy a new muscle car. They'd never spend $40, $50, $60, $70,000 on a luxury toy like a Camaro. It just is what it is. It's not a Ferrari. It's not hugely collectible. It's going to depreciate like crazy. So why buy it? It doesn't make any sense. Whether they cancel the Camaro or not, that's absolutely irrelevant. There's enough on the market, you can start picking them up used for some pretty wild prices. And then you've saved so much money over the original cost, you can modify it. There's not going to be as many cars, sure, but whatever. If they come out with a new one, you know they're going to come out with a hybrid system. It'll be faster and it'll be more ridiculous on the track, but it'll have electric motors and it might not even have a V8, and everybody's going to throw their hands up in the air and shout and be all upset. Well, I mean, why bother if it's just going to cause all this turmoil? I mean, they did a 2-liter in the car now with a turbo. It's a great car. It's really fun to drive. Doesn't matter. A lot of people, even that would never buy a V8 Camaro, will still bash it. So then what are you achieving by continuing to build a car that nobody's going to buy? Nothing. In my opinion, cancel the car, build something else, whatever. They're not going to do the lineage proud. The enthusiasts are so happy with their cars, they're modifying them and just not buying new cars, so why bother? I guess that's the summary of the whole video. Cancel the Camaro, keep the Camaro, why bother? Till next time, guys, drive safe, take care, behave. As always, don't be this guy and pull over on a busy road on the side of whatever. Just don't be that guy. Adios.